Okay, so today's lesson is going to be on ordering rational numbers. To be more specific, we are going to be talking about comparing and ordering of fractions. Okay, so let's first have a discussion of fractions in general. When I see a fraction bar, what does the fraction bar mean? Yes, ma'am.
Divide.
It means that the actual operation that I'm going to do is division, correct? So a fraction bar is one way to represent division. This can be used to convert a fraction to a decimal by dividing the numerator by the denominator. To recall some information that we did last unit, remember when we were talking about conversion? That is exactly what we said. When we given a fraction, in order to convert it into a decimal, we divided the numerator by the denominator. So some examples, let's see if I can zoom in on this. There we go. So some examples are if I have it in A over B form, which is a rational number, it is read as A divided by B, okay? Now here's where my lovely students tend to make their mistakes, is when they go to divide, and using this little division house thingy, I don't really know what it's called, but you remember some time ago we took something out of our brain, and we crushed it up and we threw it in the trash? You're supposed to say, no, you don't remember it because we took it out, right? Okay, good. Good, I'm glad you don't remember it. Okay, because you're like, I don't even know what you're talking about. I remember kind of doing that, but I don't know what it was. Okay, so when we go to put it in the division house thing or whatever, to actually divide it out, what letter, A or B, will go on the inside?
A.
Go for it. A will go because A is being divided by B, correct? Okay, so now that's with using some variables. So let's go ahead and look at it when we're talking about with numbers. This is 3 over 4. We read it as 3 divided by 4. Notice it makes a little division sign, right? Division sign. And so then when I write this, what number is going to go on the inside? Yes, ma'am. 3, because 3 is being divided by 4. Would you agree?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. Okay, so when we convert the following fractions to decimals by dividing. So if I were to be dividing this out, what number would go on the inside? 1 divided by 2. Right? All right, so then I ask myself, how many times can 2 go into 1? Yes.
5 times.
Listen to my question. How many times can 2 go into 1? Yes, ma'am.
0 times.
0. What do? I don't have any more numbers. Yes, sir.
You get a fraction, or you make it into a decimal.
Okay.
You
So-
drop a 0 down.
So I add a decimal. Then I add a 0. Now I can say how many times can 2 go into 10, sir? 5. 5 times 2 is 10. I subtract. So my decimal for 1/2 is going to be 0.5. Would you agree? Yes? Okay. So I'm going to give you about a minute or so to go ahead and do 2, 3, and 4 on your own. Now 2 and 3 should be fairly easy, right? Because 3 is a benchmark fraction and 2 is a benchmark fraction. So I'm going to give you all about a minute to go ahead and do number 2, 3, and 4. And I'm going to take this away so that I can do my math, and then I'll show you the answers in just a few. So let's go ahead and look at my answers. So 9/10 is the same as decimal 9. 2/3 is the same as decimal 66 repeating. Remember, I have to have that repeating symbol. Yes, sir?
It was okay to put 0, like put 0 point.
Yes, because I could put a 0 in front of my decimals because that's still going to be the same thing. And then number 4 is 1.75, correct? Yes? All right, just to refresh, I know it's not asking for any of this, but what is 1/2? What is this as a percent?
50%.
What about 0.9?
90%.
Ooh, okay, what about 2/3?
66 2/3%.
Perfect, 66 and 2/3%. We have to make sure we add that 2/3%. And then what would 1.75 be as a percent, everybody?
175.
175%. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, so just a refresher of writing them properly. So this would be 3 divided by 5. I would write that with my little house as 3 divided by 4. And then if I was in English and they told you to write a sentence, I would write 3 divided by 5. Yes, write the words out. Don't be lazy. All right, so here they give me the division, so it's going to be 5 divided by 4. Is that right? Does everybody agree?
Yes.
Yes? So what was going to go on the top here? 5, okay. And so then it would be 5 divided by 4. All right, here they give it to me with the little house. And how would I read this properly? What is this saying? 1 divided by 3. And so then it would be 1 divided by 3, 1 over 3. Here I've got 3 divided by 2, 3 divided by 2, 3 divided by 2, 3 divided by 2. All right, that's just kind of a little quick kind of refresher, making sure we're all on the right track, on the right steps. Okay, so sometimes fractions can be placed on a number line or converted to a decimal. Awesome. Okay, so hopefully this will come back up. If not, I'm just going to keep talking, so you're going to have to go with me. I'm just going to splice these.